Shardstrike. I've been playing this game for about 8 months or so. I'm going to be teaching you the monk class today. So, in regards to the monk class, your bread and butter moves are spinning, and there are a couple of ways that you can spin, but the most used way is called wrapping. And I'm going to demonstrate it here. Do it a little bit slowly so you can maybe see it better. And here we're going to reverse it. You kind of have those two moves down. You can kind of change the angle of it, so aim on a different part of your opponent's body, hypothetically. I'll actually demonstrate it on Awwyeeah here. You're going to want to practice aiming, or accuracy, moreover. And this is going to come into play when you attack using the wrapping moves. Next, after you've kind of gotten this wrapping motion down, you've gotten the reverse wrapping motion down, what you're going to do is you're going to practice doing quick switches. And you're also going to do it in the reverse. Demonstrate it here. Basic move for defense, and I'll get into this more later on, is a hanging guard, and it's where you keep your staff vertical like this, and if you could come and get me. This motion right here is keeping your staff vertical and bringing it back with a circular motion back behind you to refresh the size of the staff. Other than that, you can bench press, and this is used for knights and berserkers, and I'll get into that more in a minute. Oh yeah, I'll look at it. So, now I'll go more in depth in regards to attacking. So, when you attack any class, what you're going to want to do is combine your wrapping motion with reverse wraps and switches. And I'll demonstrate it. What we're going to try to do to fix that is we're going to aim our wraps in different parts of your opponent's body. And we're going to do this periodically throughout your attack. The same, I'm aiming for Awwyeeah's shoulder right here. And then, to throw them off, I'm going to switch to another part of his body. The same concept applies to the reverse wrapping, so say wrapping over here, I'm going to switch to wrapping over here, like that. And of course it's not limited to just the shoulder and the thighs, I guess. You can do it to the midsection of the body, you can do it to the head, you can do it on top of the head, I suppose, and then below, like that. So to get the best attacking, you're going to want to wrap where your opponent is not typically guarding. So, say I'm wrapping on this side, and my opponent is blocking it. Well, you're not getting a lot of hits in, so what you're going to want to do is switch the place you're attacking, to a place that your opponent is not blocking. Fairly obvious. And then your opponent should start blocking there. Demonstrate. When your opponent does that, you're going to move to another place. A bit like before. And opponent's probably going to block there again, so you're going to switch to another place, so on and so forth, except to kind of throw off your opponent a little bit more, you're going to incorporate switches into your attack. The monk's staff's range is modeled after a bow and arrow, as you can see right here. And I'll say this, the monk's range can be quite powerful if used correctly. So, there are essentially two ways that you can use the range. One is you can spam it like that, and you can vary the speeds. And two, like in between attacks, I'll demonstrate here. So say I'm attacking Awwyeeah like that. So after I attacked like that, then I pull out the range and maybe just fire one or two. So this can also happen when your opponent comes to attack. And after your opponent finishes, then you pull out your bow and fire like one. So now I'm gonna go into the form of using your arrows correctly. So if you choose to spam arrows, what you're gonna want to do is switch up your pace while firing arrows. You're not gonna want to fire it the same pace over and over again. That's gonna get one, repetitive, and might make the fight a little bit boring. And two, it's gonna make your arrows a little bit more predictable. And so, the way we counter that is by having a very irregular pattern, something like this. And you see, I'm having a tendency here to fire two quick ones and then go back to a more predictable pattern and fire another two quick ones. And that's just an example. You can switch it up however you see fit. But anyway, another way to get hits in while spamming is aiming for the outskirts of the outline of your opponent's body. And what this will do is make your opponent think that if they don't move or don't bother blocking, they'll just not get hit. But if you aim correctly, you can line a shot up that'll get in a hit. You saw it was on the very edge of their body. And so that'll make your opponents think, like I said, that they're not going to get hit by it, so they won't bother blocking. Another thing that you can do is purposefully miss shots to kind of throw your opponent off, maybe divert your attention, or their attention, or maybe temporarily confuse them. That'll allow you to get another hit in. So one thing that I personally like to do while fighting as monk is when I come in, I grip my staff with one hand and do a quick stab like that. Begin my attack with a quick stab. And this will kind of throw your opponents off guard a little bit. They likely won't be expecting it, which will kind of give you an opportunity to get more hits in with the attacks. So, I strongly suggest using this when you can. You don't have to, because it doesn't have too big of an effect, but it definitely has an effect and can certainly help. Anyway, I believe that's pretty much it.
That was awesome. I just want to give a big shout out to Shardstrike who also goes as Maul in Discord. He put together a lot of work for this, and so we really appreciate you. I can imagine that a lot of people are going to put these techniques to use. Thank you so much, and can't wait to see you on the ladder.
You're very welcome. Honored to be here.